Alright. I booted up Hollow Knight for a few minutes when Hapax was here to show him the game, and I don't remember where I saved, so... hopefully I'm not in the middle of some zone that I don't recall. Hey, I saved in Dirtmouth. Way to go. Past Marstead. Proud of you there. But it will take me a few minutes to find out where we're going. It's on YouTube. That's one of the off-stream things that I'm trying to de-stress about posting, but I'll post it later. Just a few hours of Secret of Mana. Let's see. Places where I can and should go right now. I guess really Deep Nest I haven't explored very closely. Let me try taking the Stag Highway here. Nice propaganda. I love watching those Google search trends. Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that about totality changing the temperature, that it would make that big of a difference for just a few minutes. That's really cool. King Station we haven't explored at length. Let's check that out. I still haven't gotten my money back from the banker lady. Hey, Spiky, how you doing? Spiky, you said you live right in the path to totality. You didn't have to travel to see the eclipse. It's really exciting. We're about 6 hours from where we would have had to go to see it, and didn't really want to brave the traffic and other stuff. Especially given that it was super cloudy here. It probably was cloudy there as well. I was gonna say, there better be something down here. Looks like it's just a little baby maggot. Right? That's crazy. You kind of disconnect those sometimes, right? You can feel the heat burning on you, but it's kind of hard to think about the ambient temperature being that closely linked to it, given that it can be pretty warm at night, right? Kingdom's Edge. That's cool. Where does this go? Oh, Kingdom's Edge was mentioned earlier. I'm trying to remember the context. Wanderer's Journal. Cool. Okay, that's not the Wanderer. Maybe it is. Remind Andrew to avoid science, it could destroy her son. She's working on it. We were actually talking with one of our friends who was thinking about moving to Los Alamos that works on something that could conceivably be argued to the Department of Energy as being able to predict solar flares. Like, that's not its main purpose, but it's a way you could get a government grant to work on it. Because a solar flare would be really bad. The last time we had a big one was back in like the 1800s, and if we had one today, it would take out all of our electrical systems. This is a very suspicious room. We can open it later. Hey Scald, how's it going? Ah, son of a bitch. Those blowy uppy guys. Not a good time. Really not a good time, jeez. Alright, let me see if I can heal myself up here before I explore too much further. Broken bench. I think there's actually a bench in the King's Cross. King's Station. King's Cross is Harry Potter. Here we go. Metroid Prime Shriek Bats, yeah. Exploding Shriek Bats. The best kind. Nice. What's up here? That is an exit. I feel like I explored this already. I did. Okay. All the mass votes. Don't think I have a way to get further up from here, and probably not a need to get further up from here, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. One sec, guys. Nice. Godspeed maintaining it. I'll probably call those last couple votes after we beat this game, Alien Isolation, and Driver San Francisco, so this will be a ways out. Top votes is still broken, so before you check it, need to take a few hours to fix it. Ooh, I lucked out there. He's about to swing right at my face. Yeah. I would like to get a cleaner front end for it. It's not a spreadsheet. But that involves lots and lots of work. Or money, if I could find someone to contract to do it. Oh yeah, butt stop magic. No, I don't think I've ever used that. You know, I bet I could use that guy to get up to that platform, but I can probably get there through normal means as well. Yeah. It's a really pretty zone. He says about every zone in the game. Ooh, right. Can't swim yet. Wow, that was a long drop, right on. These are cute. They have a lot of hit points too. Is that Ash? Ooh. A really cool aesthetic. A lot of dead bug bodies. Yeah, super Dark Souls. Ash or salt? Ouch. Full heal in here. Ouch. Haypax actually played through all of La Mulana during his trip out here. So I got to see a bunch of the end of it with him, which is really cool. That's a really cool game to watch. I watched the GDQ speedrun for it as well, from this year. I'm impressed that even though it uses a pretty game-breaking glitch, it still feels like it's a legit, very challenging playthrough of the game. The glitch just lets you, like, skip certain screens, and the run is still about an hour and a half long, any percent. We still don't know when La Mulana 2 is coming, do we? Oh shit. Ow. It's just a giant version of the other guy we fought earlier. Okay, cool. I told Apex he should play this game next. Come on. There we go. Nice. This is easily my favorite traditional Metroidvania so far, I think. Yeah. It also benefits a lot from having someone who's played the game to try to give you some clues. I mean, you can use one of those guides as well. I thought my run worked out really well with the pace of hints. If nobody told me something I really didn't want to know. I'm guessing it just has a much more sensitive community than other spoiler-sensitive games have, because, like, not knowing the solutions of the puzzles is so critical to the enjoyment of the game. I might do Final Fantasy 15 at some point during the hiatus. I've kind of been excited about playing that. We'll see what schedule looks like. Hey! Dude, that teaches us new stuff. Nailmaster Oro, or the world ends. Oh, the Great Nail Sage. I must pass down my teachings to those that are worthy. Prove it with Geo. Oh, it's night. Okay. Substitute Geo for strength. Alright, I should be able to farm that up pretty easily. Yeah, I put it on PS4. I have an Xbox One now as well. I had very recently... So I didn't want an Xbox One because I had no games that I cared about for it, except for Rock Band 4. I play Rock Band pretty hardcore. But the problem was that you couldn't plug in your old instruments into the Xbox One from the Xbox 360, and I have a lot of DLC for Rock Band that's tied up with Microsoft, so I couldn't just switch to the PlayStation. I also have a legit MIDI drum set that I use with it. So I was waiting for them to release an adapter before buying one, and they finally put it out. I think the game has been out for 2 years, and the adapter just got released a couple weeks ago. It sold out in minutes, but I managed to get it right when I went live. These guys suck when there's 2 of them. So now I have Rock Band 4 with all my old DLC and with the ability to use my cool MIDI drum set. It does use USB ports, but arbitrarily, Microsoft blocks you from using any Xbox 360 accessories on the Xbox One. It's super stupid. It is completely... It's not a hardware problem, it's just a software decision. You're not allowed to use them. You have to get this adapter. There's 800. But I'm excited. I really like Rock Band. I like playing drums. Looks like they added a bunch of cool quality of life features to Rock Band 4. Added an XP system, which does nothing as far as I can tell, but makes me that much more interested in playing the game a lot, which is very silly. Force recoil. Now we want the distance. Extremely obnoxious, I know, right? You leave this place unenlightened. Jeez, man. Malicious compliance. No, asshole design, that's the subreddit. Can't play it cross-platform, it's a bummer. No, I got the email about it from Walmart, and 2 minutes later it was already sold out. Hold X, //. Ah, release while dashing, that's cool.
Bam. Finnen.
I like how everything uses the same charge. That's really cool. And then what it does depends on what you're doing when you release it, you know? Hey, Serp. Hey, Game Saucer. I'm doing alright. How you been? I'm sure it was all bots, Yukipo. And you saw there's that post on Reddit where there were like already a bunch of listings for $250. Like people who hadn't even gotten it yet, they just secured the pre-order. This is gonna end well. Hey, Asen, how you doing? to meet you. How'd you find it? Some particular series on YouTube? Okay. I was gonna say. Seems suspiciously empty. Ow. Ow. How is Cities Skylines? It's basically the continuation of what SimCity's supposed to be, right? When it's not being ruined by EA. I hear a little baby maggot over here somewhere. Maybe it's down from there. Try to find it in a second. Curse Monkey Island! Nice! That's super cool. Well, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, I think Serp is instrumental in getting Curse of Monkey Island played on stream, along with Monkey Island 1 and 2. It's a really good game. Excited to do more LucasArts adventure games. Oh right, I can't pause in this game. Shit, let me kill this thing. Well, rip. I'm dropping frames again, guys. It might be a temporary thing, I'll watch it. Comcast got back to me and told me that it was fixed on their end. They found the problem in the node, so that may have just been an unconnected issue. It looks like it's back up and isn't dropping the way it was before. Try refresh. Watching on YouTube in the future, I'm dropping frames pretty bad. Nope, there it goes again, all the way to 0. Bummer. I might have to call it today. We'll see. It's back in the green right now, so I'll play a little bit. But if it does that a couple more times, we'll call it today. I'll just merge this with the next Hollow Knight video, probably tomorrow. That's the one to go here. Ooh, secret. Secret what though? Secret lots of stuff. I know, right? I mean, given that it's a line issue, it could be a problem anywhere in the node. Oh, does that damage me when I use... No shit. No, never mind. I've just taken a bunch of damage for other reasons. Yeah, who needs more than 1 health? Oh, what's this cool room? Interesting. Nothing I can apparently do in there. Keep it marked, though. I have never played a city builder game before. Option paralysis? Well, I imagine Cities Skylines is a bit more modern game sensibilities though, right? I hope at least. That was a pretty big zone hidden back here. Alright, shit. another place to pop down, but I don't have any magic, so I gotta go farm some anyway. That kind of clues you into there being something back here. Maybe that's where I need to use the rancid eggs. But I imagine that would just pop up automatically. Or it'll be something that matters way later in the game. SimCity 4 was before the EA kerfuffle. May have recovered from those Comcast hiccups earlier, we'll see. Continue to keep an eye on it. Blew himself up on some spikes, that's fun. They made a game just called SimCity, right? Self-titled reboot. Can't stop eating ice cream. Do you find that eating the ice cream interferes with your cold? Makes it worse? Oh, what is down here, man? Some crazy shit going on down here. Yeah, I've never even played like a roller coaster tycoon type game before. Maybe a little bit in school. We may have had a really early roller coaster game. Whoa! Holy shit! That's pretty cool. Big Geo Motherload. What a secret. This is pretty awesome. Watch it be a boss when you finish breaking it. Guess not. Neat. 800. Oh, they're making a Jurassic World theme park game? That sounds cool. Who's making it? Okay, I think that's the end of this neat little section of world over here. Doesn't appear to be anywhere else I can go. Several things dropped 420 Geo. Praise it. The other one had conveyance, but I figure I'd check anyway. Pretty neat. Really love this game's secrets. They're well hidden without being obtuse, which is really hard to pull off. Yeah, I've never played Age of Empires before. What kind of game is it? Is it like Civilization? Hey, Six Gun, how you doing? The geos you're hitting and stops going, there's just too much on screen. Interesting. So that's their solution instead of having the geo disappear. Oh, it's RTS. Interesting. So it's real-time Civilization? Is that a fair comparison? That's a genre that pretty much eluded me. I did not have enough money to own a gaming PC when I was a kid. And RTS and most tactical games and 4X games were PC exclusive. So playing them on stream has really been my first exposure to those sorts of games. There's a single arrow. Oh, can you explain to me how that's different from Civ then? More like StarCraft. I've seen enough StarCraft to kind of know what that means. Okay. So a game is fairly short then? The space of like 30 to 90 minutes? Individual session or map, I guess. Does it aim to be balanced? No, that's kind of the big StarCraft shtick, right? That you've got all these different races that are fundamentally very different from each other, and there's still an attempt to balance it. Asymmetrical PvP. Little guys. What's this? Oh, look at that giant bug in the background. Wow. God, this game is so cool. The effort they put into just like ambient art and ambient lore. It's my favorite way to present it. Ooh. That's pretty great. I think I want that. Let's see how many more badges I need, or get another notch. Well, it's not so much whether they're balanced or not, but I know that for a long time, RTS games were focused on both sides being generally the same or having the same kinds of units, and that StarCraft, one of the things that's really different is that the playstyle and the units for each of the different armies is just completely, fundamentally different, right? Like the Zerg, the Protoss, and the Terrans do not play like each other at all. And then they make an effort to balance on top of that. So less balanced, I guess, more asymmetrical multiplayer. Is StarCraft HD out? It's like the frame-perfect re-release of Brood War, right? Kept a lot of the same bugs and things intact. At least wonky mechanics, if not bugs. Ouch. Double ouch. That's cool. They pull a Beyonce with that and announce it and then make it available almost immediately. I wish more companies would do that, man. I long for that old feeling, way back in the day, of not knowing anything about a game and walking into Blockbuster and seeing it on the shelf for the first time and going, oh, that sounds cool, and playing it.
Garo Enele?
Have been training with you, brother. Can't keep track of time anymore. I know, right? Gotta find the map guy. Oh, this is where we looped all the way around before. Find that room to be highly, highly, highly suspicious. Attacking it a bunch doesn't seem to do it. Bouncing off it doesn't seem to do it. Go get that faster nail slash upgrade real quick. I know, right, Eisen? They're so good. This game is really, really well designed. Very tight design, too. Oops. Escape. Gives me one extra notch. It's a one-notch type thing. Thorns, maybe. That's only with the Dream Nail, okay. Focusing Soul, Cloud, Heroic Odor. Go with this one for now. Oh yeah, that's quite a bit faster. Nice. Enemies don't really seem to have iframes in this game, at least not very long ones. Oh man, I haven't had to go pick up a delivery in a while. It's a nicety. Hey, you dropped some of that soul stuff. Let's go somewhere important? I don't think so. No, that's the way I climb back up. Alright, so I can try to keep going left down here maybe, if there's a path that goes that way. There isn't one. Interesting. This zone appears to be a dead end at the moment. Ouch. Let's heal, maybe. Yeah, no, I like the notch system as well. It works well in a Metroidvania. You get the problem in a lot of these games, especially the Castlevania series, where you just get so many upgrades that you're completely busted, overpowered at the end of it. So making you make some decisions there, I think, is smart. I'll go ahead and ask chat, is there anything else I can do in this edge of the world area right now? Because if not, I will go find somewhere else to explore. I feel like I've been everywhere that I can go. I found a couple. There's a scarecrow and a room with a suspicious door that I couldn't interact with. Yeah, limitations breed creativity. For sure. I see. Alright. Let's see what I can find. Soul can't cross this thing. Get a power player lets me do that. Haven't been up here yet at all, I don't think. So not in like the bottom right corner, top right corner. So map dependent, man. It's gonna be hard for me to get rid of the faster nail speed upgrade now. I'm getting used to it. Hello. Wanderer's Journal. Are Wanderer's Journal always on bug bodies? I don't think I noticed that before. Really, there's not one OP charm setup everybody uses. That's cool. That's a challenge, right? Like, Dark Souls pulls that off too, where there's not just one correct item to use. There kind of is-ish, but only at like the speedrun level. You have a game series like Diablo, like people tend to just independently build the correct set of skills and items on their own without having to net deck it. Something like Dark Souls, you know, you can beat it with any weapon you want. I guess in the case of Dark Souls, you get, you know, correct build when it comes to rings pretty quickly. There's certain rings in every game, and like that's just, I'm just gonna have that for the whole game. It's clearly the best. That's really, really, really hard to pull off. You know, millions of players are always gonna be better than you are at getting that balance just right. Not actually a thing. Or if it is, it's accessible from elsewhere in this room. So those guys wouldn't fly up. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Primopaspids. Yeah, right. Rhythm's really important. The only other Metroidvania I've played that has that rhythm feel to it is Order of Ecclesia, the Castlevania game. It's a bummer that that's basically the last Konami Metroidvania, because they were landing on a really cool idea. They basically had the Dark Souls stamina system, where everything you did consumed stamina, and you know, heavy attacks consumed more stamina than light attacks, so you're very much trying to efficiently press buttons instead of mash buttons. This game, I love this game's healing system. It might be my favorite healing system in a game like this ever. It's not based on pickups, or even a refreshable healing item like an Estus Flask that limits the amount of exploration you can do. It's directly connected to how aggressive you're playing. You don't end up in a situation like can happen in Dark Souls where you run out of Estus Flasks and you're just, unless if you play perfectly, you're going to lose. There is no other response than that. It's much more interactive. As much as I like Estus Flasks, like they're a pretty brilliant evolution of healing mechanics in games. I still need to play Guacamelee. Well, it's telling me that he's up there for me to meet somewhere. Jolly grub butt. Probably gonna do Guacamelee co-op at some point. You have to let it charge up. He's like right in here. How do I get to him? Maybe I can go up here, up and around to the right or something. Screwing around with the dive bats. Thank you. Fucking hell. Proceeds to accidentally screw around with the dive bat. Son of a bitch. You're the worst. I hate you. There you go. Hey, Nodovan, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm doing alright. Got to spend some time with Andrea the last couple days, drove her to the airport, be able to pick her up from the airport on Friday. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Oh, it's good to be streaming, too. My best friend other than Andrea, me and Andrea's best friends, Kat and Donovan, you may have seen on stream last year in the summer, are thinking about moving to Los Alamos. Actually, they're taking steps to move to Los Alamos. They would be staying with us for a while. With my nephew Jaden, who composed Chip Go Live and Chip Sign Off. And my new niece Cameron. So that's one of the things that we're kind of working on and planning out. Since it might help Andrea's situation quite a bit if she has more, you know, loving folks out here. But I was just spending a bunch of this morning before stream helping Kat with a resume for a job out here. If we do that, we'd have a bunch of co-op streams. That'd be great. basically like a couple proposed to each other. Like, you guys want to come live with us for a while? Streaming permanently changed the way I play games. I still play them really differently off stream, so probably not. Like, I went over to my sister's house when I was in Columbus and played some Breath of the Wild. I brought my Switch with me, and I just dicked around. It was kind of great. I just made no progress for 3 hours, much to her chagrin. I think I started up Master Mode and went directly to Ganon's castle and went into a room with one of the Stalfos Hinox bosses. So I had no upgrades. I tried to kill him by throwing bombs at him, and each bomb did like 1 hit point of damage, and he has a ton of hit points. Probably took like an hour. And on Master Mode, if you're not attacking an enemy, they regenerate health. And I couldn't leave the room. I had no way of leaving the room either, so I'm sitting there throwing probably about 500 bombs at him. I can't miss a single frame's worth of bombs, regenerates all the health from the damage I've done. And I'm thinking, I would never do this on stream, not in a million years. Crackly noise? It's probably the computer fan has been crackling. Let me see if I can fix it 1 sec. I still hear it right now. I adjusted the noise profile. If you hear it again later, let me know. I've been having a weird buzzing noise coming from my PC fan. Is it happening right now when I speak? How about now? Now, if you only hear it when I speak, then... Small fee attached to each trial, I'm sure. Skilled and combatant yourself, accrue the wealth of Geo. You draw your nail and rush eagerly to battle. I'll offer 1 quick word of advice. Warrior's Pit just below here, where others like yourself await their own trial. I strongly advise using it to rest up before placing your mark. Yeah, it's probably a mic thing. It's probably a sound in the room. I have something that subtracts the sound when I'm not speaking. Alright, give me 1 sec. You guys been hearing this noise for the whole stream? Slash did me unplugging it and plugging back in again go away? Recording almost an hour. Weird. Okay. Let me see if I can mute the game. I'm gonna play back audio from the stream today to see if I can hear it. Check 1, 2, check. Check 1, 2, check. Testing. Sibilance. Sibilance. Oh god, that's fucking awful. Jeez. I don't think I can keep streaming knowing that that's happening. The fuck would make that happen? That's the worst. I'm gonna try to restart my machine and go back live, so I'll be back in a little bit. I'll do some testing, but I'll keep in touch in chat. That's cool, we'll fix it. That's a bummer. Bum.